Okay, so here we have another very nice low A baritone saxophone from Yamaha. This is the model 52. Up until just recently, they've only made two models. They had the 52-62. This is one of the newer models. It's probably 2000 or newer age on it. The early purple logo ones were cool, but they didn't have the little rocker here, which makes it really easy to get around these little table keys here. Of course, low A, the best low A mechanism ever designed so far in the baritone sax world. You can see the mass of the key is just huge. You just roll your thumb to it. Two arms going over instead of one. Yanagasao and Selmer send one little thin key over to the A. It's got to close, everybody got to close 4 bell keys. Whereas this one, there's 2 big fat arms, one going to the A and an adjustable one going to the B flat that covers the B flat and the B natural and the C sharp and such. So it basically cuts that torque in half and makes it so much easier to adjust and to get all these bell keys all sealing at the same time. So this one's been through the whole shop course and straightened out, all the little dents taken out. Kind of see just little ripples here and there. Again, the bell, you can see there was a little work done here, but nicely done. All the way down the side is where they get slammed up and down the side of the back side of the bell, back side of the body, and then especially on the very bottom of the bow. And you can see that's all been taken care of. You can see the pads are in great shape. The pads on the Baris tend to last years and years, decades and decades. The only one, the low E flat, are replaced because everything falls down into there. That gets past the P trap up here, and then of course some of the palm keys have been replaced. So just the most ergonomic, the most in-tune Bari player. If you have to have the 62, you got to shell out another $3,000 or more. So this is a very affordable, what I consider pretty close to a professional quality saxophone. The 62 is a marvelous machine. I've got a brand new one in the box if you have to have the 62. But again, you're talking thousands of dollars more. So in most instances, the 52 will just really do the job well. And just a marvelous reputation on it. So my test on the Bari is you just play just the low C and just hit the A key. So I'm not even touching the table keys, which tells me all the bell keys are sealing. So then I can go from the C sharp, which you can't do with most saxophone. There's a nice little adjustment down here that most of the techs kind of ignore in the factory, especially, that closes the C sharp from the B natural, which is kind of nice. It allows you to, because you're always going around that bottom end, you can go right from the C sharp. So on most low A Baris, you have to hit the B flat first before you can hit the A. And on this one, you can go straight to it. And I always talk about, how much I hate the high F sharps. It's just a huge piece of mechanism. It starts here, goes up halfway up here, goes over to the other side, goes up to the top, goes over to the cross, and all the way over to here to the pad. Just a huge amount of mechanism. It's the highest post up here and the first one that gets whacked off, and the first pad to go bad because the water hits it first. So who needs it? So here's the F up to the fork F. And then the F sharp. So it's just the fork F with the side B flat added. So you can whisper right down to that low A. So again, who needs that high F sharp key? It's really kind of redundant. So I got the nice factory case for it. I actually added wheels to it for the kids. Are great. They can just roll the thing down the street instead of having to have 3 kids carrying it at the same time. And so again, every other one I get bell's been pushed in, bottom guard's been pushed in, dents on the side, and then right up here is another vulnerable spot where they all get whacked right here. So again, that's all been cleaned up. Every joint's been re-glued or re-clamped, resoldered. So a lot of times I find leaks between the body and tubes and the upper U-tube up here, and between the body and the bell joint. I've seen the bell just fall off when you take the keys off from the clamp. So it's all been epoxied and sealed up really nice. So any pads that need to be replaced, usually just the top ones are replaced, and again the low E flat where everything kind of falls down into that low E flat. So just go straight to it. So we're going to play a little tune and wrap it up and put this thing in the case. Got a nice stock Yamaha mouthpiece. Got the real fancy Neotech Lederhosen style $50 strap that goes with it. If you want one, this one's sold, but I've got two more that are really, really clean. One is virtually in new condition. The other one has just a couple scratches on it. Of course, going to be a little more expensive. You can see those on my page, www.stevegraysaxes.com. That's www.STEVEGRAY, Saxes, plural.com. So anyhow, here we go. Oh, this thing weighs a ton. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. I fight with these computer things all day. Section again. can do. Man, I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape for this big old thing. So anyhow, there it is. YBS-52. Again, probably 2000s and newer. The Yamaha serial numbers are just crazy. They just throw the dice and think in the mornings and figure out what numbers to put on there. There's no consistency whatsoever in their numbering system. So again, nice and straight. Plays great. It's ready. I just hate, it's going to go into a school and it'll probably come back with a, anyhow. Hopefully not. Hopefully this will be really well taken care of and last them for years and years and years. What's nice about Yamaha, they're just down in LA. Parts come up really quick and very accessible. So, got a couple more of these in the queue, and again, 2 really nice ones still for sale. Might have some gentleman coming up from Southern California to get one of them. But usually as soon as they're done, they're out the door. So anyhow, this is it. Anyhow, got to run, so trying to make it short.